What up? Hope you're having a lovely day. This is going to be a quick video about 3 things that I pretty much incorporated into my journey to keep the weight off, or what's helped me keep some weight off. So the first thing is I started doing fasting. I started with 12 hours of not eating, and then I would have a window of 12 hours that I could eat. And then I eventually moved it up to 16 hours, and then I've experimented with even just one meal a day, and even 18 hours or 24 hours. I haven't gone past 24 hours. You can do it, there's benefits to that as well, but it's kind of unnecessary from a lot of the stuff that I've read. It's a lot of the doctors and a lot of the books that I've read is said that 16 hours of not eating and then an 8-hour window of eating is like the best thing you can do fasting wise, because then it's not too much or anything, and it actually helps promote like growth hormone and stuff, like because you're not constantly filling your stomach with food. Like so one of the analogies I heard is that it's like taking laundry and putting it in the washer. You aren't just going to keep throwing stuff in the washer when it's still trying to process all the stuff in there and get the clothes clean. You're going to want to have some time to get all that stuff going so it cleans all that, and then you take that out, and then, anyways. So fasting has been one of the best things, because I think it really helped me identify when I'm actually hungry, opposed to like when I'm bored and just might want to be snacking, be like, oh, well, I got this food over here, it could be so delicious, and let me just eat that. And it's like, it kind of helps you regulate like when you're actually hungry, like, ooh, dang, I really need to eat. Like, you'll know when you need to eat something. But then I think it helps you realize that you don't need to be eating all the time. You aren't starving to death, and your body might be sending mixed signals that you are hungry when you really aren't. Like, maybe you're just bored and just need to eat like some snacks or something here or there. And obviously, don't starve yourself. Like, I know a lot of my friends, when I told them I was fasting, they're like, oh, you're gonna develop like an eating disorder, and you're just starving yourself to death. It's like, no, I still eat plenty of food. Like, I'm not starving myself at all. I'm just eating between my windows, and in a way that kind of helps regulate how many calories you're eating throughout the day. Because I mean, let's say you wake up and just start eating a big meal, and then even before lunch or something, maybe you get a little hungry, and then you eat another thing, and then it just kind of can get out of control, because you might not realize how much you've been eating throughout the day, opposed to, okay, well, I have this window that I'm going to eat between, like, and for me it's either 10 to 6 or 11 to 7 or 12 to 8. It mixes up in between there. Like, if I get a little hungry before, I'm not going to deprive myself or anything, but really I can push it out. Like, I could really do 24 hours like every day if I really wanted to, but I just know that like for how hard I'm going to be working out like at lunch, I need to have some kind of carbs and fats and proteins in there ready to go for when I'm like jump roping or running at the trail or whatever, you know what I mean? So obviously, like, try to fit it into your schedule where it works for you the best. Like, some people do it right when they wake up, and then cut off earlier in the afternoon or something. I like it more middle of the day, and then cut it off at least 3 hours before I'm going to sleep. So that's going to be number 2. Number 2 is not eating anything at least 3 hours before you're going to go to sleep, just so you have everything digested. You're going to be good to go. Like, maybe you ate something that might not be sitting well in your stomach, and you got to keep getting up and going to the bathroom or something. It's not going to happen if you at least have it some time to digest, or like, see, it's not going to affect you as much, or at least not affect your sleep as much, if that makes sense. So I found that since I started doing this, it really helped in a lot of ways to know that, okay, I'm done eating for the night. And it kind of ties into the fasting window. Like when the clock hits either 6 or 7 o'clock, I'm not eating anything after that point, pretty much. Like depending on what time I started eating throughout the day, I'll know exactly what time that I'm ending eating at the end of the day. So I'll know, okay, well, if I am like more hungry than normal, I'm gonna eat more than I would have if I wasn't as hungry, or vice versa. You know what I mean? So no food 3 hours before you go to sleep has been insanely well, just in a lot of ways. And you probably shouldn't be like chugging a bunch of water right before bed either, because then you're just going to be getting up and going to the bathroom all night or anything like that. So try to make sure you have all your hydration, all your food taken care of a couple hours before you're going to sleep. Obviously don't like not drink water or anything like that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying like, don't be like, oh, well, I still got like half of this gallon container. I got to meet my water goals for, and then just be chugging water and then wondering why you like either can't sleep. Because I know if I drink a lot of water right before I go to sleep, I'm either one, wide awake, or two, I'm just going to be pissing like throughout the night, you know. So ain't worth it. So number 3 is going to be like, it kind of all ties in together. And this is with going to sleep at the same time every night and trying to set an alarm for when you wake up every day. So it kind of keeps your body in the same rhythm. So then your body's going to know exactly what time it's going to be going to sleep. It's going to know what time it's going to be waking up. So I know a lot of people feel so like groggy or messed up in the morning because their sleep cycle's kind of off, because maybe they're staying up till like midnight and then waking up at 6 one day and then going to sleep at like, maybe they're really tired because they missed some sleep, and then they go to sleep at like 9:30 and then wake up like 6:30 or something. But like your body is going to be a lot better off if it's in the same kind of rhythm and it knows when it's going to be doing this stuff. That's why I kind of started doing the fasting, because then at least my body's in like a rhythm of, it knows when it's getting nutrition, and it knows exactly when it's going to be digesting and doing all this stuff. And then it knows when it needs to be recovering, repairing, chilling, you know what I mean? So when it comes to a lot of the stuff, just make sure that your body's in a certain kind of rhythm. So if you're going to eat, like eat the same kind of times every day. If you're going to sleep, go to sleep the same time every day. Just stuff like that. So it really helps having a schedule for a lot of stuff, and it helps keep your body regulated in a lot of ways. At least what I found that worked for me. So a couple things to consider, and hope you got a lot out of this, and don't feed the zombies. Have a good one.